Hey, it's Bill from historyhighlights.com. Our next online video presentation is about the Oregon Trail. I thought I'd give you another nugget. So imagine this. There is in the Pacific Northwest, of course, the Rocky Mountain Range. And then just to the west of that, paralleling the Rockies, is a little smaller mountain range called the Cascade Mountains. And then just out near the coastline, an even smaller line of mountains paralleling those, running north and south, that we call the Coastal Mountains. So between the Coastal Mountains and the Cascade Mountains is a gorgeous valley where the Willamette River drains all of that to bring it down to the Columbia River. That Willamette River Valley between the Cascades and the Coastal Mountains. When Lewis and Clark were on their great expedition west, they believed that that valley was the best place that they had seen along their whole trip. And Meriwether Lewis on March the 30th of 1806 made an entry that has a pretty big impact on history and on our Oregon Trail story. Here's what Meriwether Lewis wrote March 30, 1806. This valley would be competent to the maintenance of 40 or 50,000 souls if properly cultivated, and is indeed the only desirable situation for a settlement which I have seen on the west side of the Rocky Mountains. For Lewis to estimate that 40 or 50,000 people could live there was mind-boggling fantasy at that time. Washington, D.C., about 2,500 population. St. Louis is a fur trading post of about 1,000. Louisville, Kentucky, less than 1,000 population. New Orleans was a really big port with about 4,000 people living there. So for him to envision 40 or 50,000 people was just this crazy, wild over-exaggeration that really drives home how beautiful and how perfectly situated. Mild climate back away from the coast, really lush and green, lots of timber to build with, game animals to hunt, fish in the rivers. It was a slice of heaven. And of course, Vancouver, Washington, Portland, Oregon, Oregon City, Eugene, all of that stretches through that lovely valley there. If you ever get a chance to visit out there or to come take a cruise on the Columbia River, don't miss that opportunity. It is breathtakingly beautiful. And the stories of how that region developed and changed our country's history forever are amazing. And that passage, folks, is why the pioneers are headed for where they're headed. This has been reprinted time after time in the newspapers of the day, and everyone targets that Willamette River Valley as the paradise in the Pacific Northwest. That's why the Oregon Trail pioneers were headed where they were going, is because of Meriwether Lewis's entry saying that it was that great. Well, it's going to be a great talk, and I know you'll enjoy the fascinating tales. We're going to have a special guest, Laura Sable, my wonderful wife. We'll be doing some of the readings of the pioneers as well, so don't miss that. Come on over to historyhighlights.com for more information about our books, our paperbacks, our ebooks, our audio books, our video presentations. You can find links to all of that at historyhighlights.com. Have a great day, folks, and I'll talk to you soon.